wrestling era.
WrestleMania matches are considered as the best matches of their respective year. So here are my favorite WrestleMania matches of every WrestleMania from 2015. Now, you would be wondering why from 2015. It's because I started watching WWE from 2014, but I missed the WrestleMania. So I am wrestling era. Let's begin, guys. WrestleMania 31. My favorite match from this WrestleMania was Roman Reigns vs. Brock Lesnar. The build-up for this match was one of the worst, but the actual match was one of the best. The backlash for this match was unreal. WWE was making Roman their next Cena, and people hated that. Besides that, Roman vs. Lesnar was just great. I loved this match, and by the end people were actually supporting Roman. Lesnar and Reigns giving their finishers to each other and kicking out off that was something people didn't watch before. The aura itself was great, but something unreal, and one of the greatest WrestleMania moments of all time took place. Seth Rollins cashing in his Money in the Bank briefcase and stealing the spotlight in WWE Championship from Lesnar and Reigns. Michael Cole calling it as the heist of the century. WrestleMania 32, AJ Styles vs. Chris Jericho. And at that time, I wasn't familiar to AJ Styles. But when I saw his match with Jericho at this Mania, I was like, why wasn't this guy in the company in the era of Michaels, Taker, Cena, Orton? But still, this match was great. I loved every bit of it. It wasn't a 5-star classic match, but it was good and was the match of the night for me. The high-flying action of Styles versus the charisma white AJ. It could have been a feud that could easily fed families. It could have been Cena versus Styles like feud, as he had 1 year after this Mania. But every rivalry doesn't need to be a 5-star classic one. Anyways, but still at this day, I think Styles should have won. WrestleMania 33, with one of the coolest stages ever. Call me a Jay fanboy or not, but AJ Styles vs. Shane McMahon was the show stealer for me. It was fantastic. It was better than AJ vs. Jericho at Mania 32. Story was simple. Shane was general manager of SmackDown at that time, and AJ thought that Shane was the one. Why AJ didn't got the match at Mania, so AJ said, F that, you and me at Mania. And this was amazing, from entrances to the actual match. Of course Shane wasn't in his prime, but I think Shane was close to his prime performance in this match. From high jumps to cost on trash cans. It was unexpectedly very good, and with right winner. WrestleMania 34, one of the worst for sure, but my favorite match of this night was no, not this shit. If you look at the match card, there weren't so many great matches, so I went with the easy one. Don't hate or kill me, but AJ Styles vs. Shinsuke Nakamura was pretty good. This wasn't the 5-star classic oh my god what the fuck match. It was decent and I liked it. It was good and Styles won. And after match this shit happened. Fuck it, let's move on. WrestleMania 35, oh this longest Mania. Anyways, Daniel Bryan vs. Kofi Kingston was pure cinema. Story was just majestic. A dream of a man to become a world champion, but the conditions and situations don't let him to. But suddenly he gets thrown into world title match, but he lost. So, he is chasing his world title, and no matter what, he must win it. The irony is Bryan was in the same position as Kofi was at that time. And this line goes hard.
You turned into every single thing that you used to fight against!
The match was great, but the story made it more important, and when Kofi won it felt more grander. And this moment is one of the greatest moments of all time. WrestleMania 36, gonna be quick, John Cena vs. Bray Wyatt. Interesting and unique type of match, never seen before, great and unexpected. WrestleMania 37, match of the nights was Roman Reigns vs. Edge vs. Daniel Bryan. One of the greatest triple threat matches ever. Edge won Royal Rumble, chose Roman, Bryan got inserted in this match. Great build, great hype, great story, and even great match. Roman throwing Bryan through table, Edge hitting spear out of nowhere. Double spear of Roman and Edge. Double submission on Roman. Oh god. This match is one of my personal favorite match of year 2021. Roman Reigns smashed him, stacked him, and pinned him was the right call, because it was the first Mania main event for Roman as world champion. Acknowledge him. WrestleMania 38, Seth freaking Rollins versus mystery opponent, which turned out to be Cody Rhodes. Story was like, Seth lost every chance to be in WrestleMania. So, Vince McMahon said, "You will be in WrestleMania, but you will face my mystery opponent." Seth versus Cody was majestic. For me, it was a 5-star classic, because it was hell of a match, and match of the night for me. The pace of the match was also good, and obviously Cody won. WrestleMania 39, Usos vs Kevin Owens Sami Zayn, was cinema, pure classic cinema. This is how WrestleMania main event should be. It will forever be an iconic WrestleMania main event. I loved every bit of it. We all know the story, but match was also great. The storytelling in this match was at its peak. In my opinion, this was, hands down, the greatest WrestleMania main event of this decade. The Daniel Bryan one is close. Oh my god. This was such a beauty. It was beautiful. From entrances to finish, everything in this match was perfect. Yes, perfect. The right winners won, and this was the beginning of the end of the bloodline. But this right here is something that never will be, never can be replicated. That was it, guys. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe the channel. If you love WWE edits and more WWE content, then you will love this channel.